You can see that.
Hello.
Hello.
Look, this is funny. You see, I have two environments around me. One is in Berlin, in the capital, in a apartment, and this here is in a van. Look, we are here in a van on the countryside with my family, and that's why we have. Today we need to help with the hay. Do you call it hay? Dry grass? When you have grass that's dry? I'm waiting for you that you come back. Yes, this is something for the audience. What is the right word for dried grass? If you have grass and you let it dry in the sun, for the animals, that they can eat this. So maybe somebody knows something about it. So now we are together.
Yes, hello.
Yes. Seems to be a challenge today, right?
Yes. No, I was on and someone called, then it went off.
Yeah, of course. No problem. We try it as much as possible to come together. Yeah, this is normal. This is talking between Uganda and Germany, right?
Yes.
Both on countryside. It was funny because I wanted to start. I said my daddy, he makes the hay. Is this the right word? Hay? If you have dried grass for the animals?
Yes.
It's called hay, yeah. Today we grabbed the hay together, and he asked me if I will help him, and I said, yes, I help you, but I need to be on my laptop because I have an interview with Uganda. He said, what? I said, we need to grab the hay because the rain is coming. I said, yes, but I also need to grab my laptop because Uganda has no time. Yes.
Hi, it's great.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
And so today I'm going to talk about why I started up or why I'm working with a non-profit organization.
Yes. Very important topic.
Yes. I'm working at a charity.
Yeah.
Direct Price for Elder Students Ministry Uganda. As I said, I'm an orphan. So I had that passion of helping the orphans because I know what it means to be an orphan and all the things I went through. And I believe that if we can live a world without orphans and vulnerable children by giving them support, care, love, and giving them basic needs as their parents used to give. Because I believe every child needs someone to take care of him or her. Because so many kids miss moms and dads, miss people to call dads and moms around them. So I had a passion in me to be with them and comfort them and call me their mom because me, I grew up when I don't have a mom and a dad. So I know what it means to be there when you miss that thing, when you miss someone to call mom, when you miss someone to lean on. Mm-hmm. So that's why I had a passion and a calling to to start up an orphanage. Yes, and the Lord has given us wisdom and understanding how to handle these kids. Yes.
That's an awesome story to say you follow your passion and you follow the purpose, right?
Yes. Though others, we cannot fulfill everything they want, but we show them love. We show them love and to assure them that we are there for them. Though we face challenges, but those challenges do not stop us to take care of them and to have people comforting them around them. Yes.
Of course, yes.
And that's where I developed a heart of helping the needy and the poor widows around us.
Sorry, my daughter, she wants to go behind me. Come on. They want to see you. I don't want. She don't want. she's the voice in the background.
Oh,
Kannst ja hinter mir lang gehen. Kannst ja mal durchflitzen. Ja, hol deine Schuhe. she don't want to today. Okay, yes.
Love her so much.
Yeah. She said I should greet you. I should greet the kids. She will ask her friends for the smartphones if anybody has some old smartphone. But she said she don't want to be in the camera today.
Oh, sorry. We are going to meet.
Yeah.
Yes.
Someday she will be there and say, hey.
Okay.
Yes. Sorry, I interrupt you, or the situation was interrupting us. Yes, you spoke about, or my question is, you have some organizations around you that should help you, but I can imagine it's not that easy, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's not very easy. I just called upon their support. If anyone gets a chance of viewing that video, for example, those big ministries who can help, who can intervene and help us, to come and support us. Yes. That's what I'm trying to bring about.
Yeah. It's the same for me, because I recognized very often it is a mismatch. The big organizations don't know about the local projects, and the local projects are not able to fulfill all those criteria of the big organizations, right? And sometimes you need a little bit help, a little bit support. What do you need to get the funding, the support by the big organizations?
Okay.
I think so, and very often it starts also with networking between the organizations, also in between the Charity Video Challenge participants, to exchange your knowledge. What do you need to do to reach out to the big organizations to get some support and funding there? And that's why I also created those members area, that you can speak with each other and ask the other ones, what do you did to have the big organizations in, right?
Okay. So I'll try to consult others, the process they go through to ask for help. Yes. I'll try to ask my friends, and I see what they can respond to me. Yes.
Sorry, I'm with you with my ears.
Just refuse.
Yeah, okay, I let it go. I try to pretend that I don't know who's with me. Yes, I know very often it is also a mismatch because normally you do not have the time and you do not have the resources to go through the application process to come into the funding of the big organizations, right? Because they have big application procedures and all the things. Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes, but I know sometimes they have also the funding for urgent aid. I think so. You know, like emergency situations that they can give the money for, yeah, for situations like yours, that you need to have food and you need to have medicines and medicals and all the things. But
Okay.
yeah.
We shall reach out to them. Maybe I'll ask my friends, because we really need support for those, for example, medical, clean water, because we only have around here a community borehole. We have one community borehole, and when it breaks down, really struggle a lot to get water, and we fetch that water from wells, where water from wells is so dirty, you cannot take it without boiling it. But if we had our own borehole here, we can, water is very safe and clean for us, because it comes direct from the ground, and it is clean and safe for the children to take. Yes.
I imagine one project, I think it's the fourth charity video challenge. It is a Polish woman, and I remember she started with the funding of such a water, how you call it, a water, you know, the thing, a water tank to collect.
Yes.
Yeah. And this used to be her first funding project for the school project there. And then she had the people there, and the people asked her, what about the project? And she has every time the pictures to show, okay, here's your money. We really have the water tank there, and the people trust her, and then they give her more money. And then I think they now they have the second building, the second school building. It is, I think, 3 or 4 years old that she's in the supported circle, but she's very, very powerful. It's awesome to see what they bring together there. It's very good. Yeah. And yeah, it's very nice, and you can see it on the fourth charity video challenge. She's called Gabriela Ziegler.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to check on it and get some ideas there.
Yeah.
And yes, solutions and ideas. I'm going to check on it today and see.
Yeah. And I also have in my mind, it would be good to have those you know, those inner circles of the charity video challenge participants, that they exchange their knowledge. How did we got this, and how did we manage this, and you have this situation, and we can exchange our knowledge, how you can handle this with. I also remember that they had also issues with the medicals, and then they had a connection to a doctor there, and then they started to collect some medicals in Europe. And very often the people they are traveling, they used to travel 2 or 3 times a year to the projects, and that's why the European people trust them and give them as much as possible into their luggage. They every time they fly with the biggest luggages they are able, because they have all the things from Europe, and they take this with them, because the Europeans know this is safe. This will come to the projects there. And
okay, yes, I understand. Wow,
yes.
that's very good. They trust them so much, because what they really do for them, they put it on ground, and that's why they really trust them so much.
That's the
Wow, that's
point.
very,
Yeah.
yeah.
And
We
I
shall,
know it's,
mm,
sorry, but I know it started that they made a journey through Africa. And one of the scouts, I think she told me she had half a day off from a safari. And her scout asked her, what do you want to do? Shall I bring you to this park there to watch the next animals, or do you want to see the village here and area around? And she decided, please show me the locals there. I want to see the villages here. And then she come to the village there and saw those projects, and then it started. And this was really awesome, because she said, I saw the children, I saw the people there, and I was not able to flew back and do nothing there. So, yeah. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
I should just start about that challenge and see.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes, yes, and I know all of the projects had the same challenge, that they know, or that they think we have not enough resources to
Mm,
come or to step into the application processes of the UNICEF fundings and all the things. But yeah, I'm not sure if this is right. Sometimes I think they have those urgency aid fundings, and only the local organizations don't know about enough. But sometimes it's also very tricky to fulfill all the basic criterias for the applications. And this is really, it is sad, because it's so easy to help you, and it would be so important to help you, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So it would be nice if we really go through them
Yeah.
and we know how we can rate them, and even to make some research about those things and to see how they can help us and how it can benefit these kids here. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the point. And I think you really should make a research if they have some new programs, especially for the side effects of Corona pandemic, the Corona crisis, right? Because I know they also keep care about the side effects. I think it's not the main focus, not only the main focus on Corona crisis. It is more about the side effects of the Corona crisis, and that's why maybe there are some programs you fit in immediately, right? And you only need to reach out to them.
Okay. I'll try to research and ask them for that program, whether there is
Yeah,
a running program going on and how they can help us,
that's the point.
yes, in this situation.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, because you have a lot together. You have your paper, you have your documentary, you have your Facebook page. They can prove it is not something that's spread up in the last 2 weeks. It is something with history, and I think you have a lot together, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I would try to reach them because I have everything. Yes, to prove that we are just not doing anything, or we are lying to them, but we really do exist,
yeah,
and we care, and we need support from them.
yes,
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 that and see.
yeah.
Yes.
And and also for the tiny supporters, for the small supporters, I think it is only one part of funding for you, right? To say the European supporters, they need to see okay, there is not the big funding by the big organizations, because very often the Europeans think, okay, they have the funding by the big organizations. Why should we give €5 there? Because they got the funding from the big organizations. This is the thinking of the European people here, you know. And I think we need to show that this should become together, because very often the big organizations say, we want to see that you have your own funding by supporters. And that's why you cover no criteria of your own funding. And then you have problems from two sides. You understand my topic? I think I should explain it a little easier. I know something. Sometimes the problem is that the big organizations say, we want to see that you have funding by your own supporter circle. We don't want to be 100% dependency by you, by us, from you, by us, right?
Yes.
And the European people and the small supporters think, you have the funding by the big organizations, why do you need our €10 here? And you need to bring this together sometimes to say, okay, we have a small, tiny supporter circle, but we have some funding by tiny supporters. And so we are able to get the other funding by the big organizations. And sometimes this is also such a misfit, not a mismatch, a misfit, right? And you can bring this together step by step, and then it will become a little bit easier for you.
Okay. Yeah, now I got you. They just don't want to see that you don't have any donor or anyone supporting you. They have to know some people supporting you who were supporting you during the times when they were not around. That's what illustrate to them.
Yeah.
And show. Okay.
Yeah. But you will find this in the programs. If you are researching, you will find the programs and the criteria, and then you can look what's possible. Sometimes they have a one-time funding only to survive such a crisis with those side effects, right? But then you need to use the time to build up, to develop your supporter circle. But therefore, we make the video challenge to say, hi, there's an older one.
Here.
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to meet you also.
Yeah, you look a little bit over 18. Is this right?
Yes.
It's the same for me. I'm also a little bit over 18.
I'm 35 years.
Yeah. It's the same for me. I'm 44. Every time I need to count, because when I was over 21, every time I forget my age, and I said, oh, let me count which year we are living here.
You forget?
Yeah, I think I don't keep care about it. To say, what about age? I'm over 18.
Yes, you're still young. Look so young.
Yeah, to say I know I'm no more minor, and the rest is you can research in the web. You can find it by yourself. I don't care about.
Yes, our matron here.
Mm-hmm.
She's also a staff of Cry for Help Children's Ministry. Yes.
Nice. Yes, and I think this is very important, that you show the big organizations which resources do you have at the moment, to say this is not nothing, this is a lot, but we need to have some funding to overcome the side effects of the corona crisis, right?
Yes.
And then you have some basics, and if you have the basics, you can keep care about developing supporter circles, that you have also a funding by your own, and then it will fit together very often.
Okay. So I should illustrate, we are big, I should show them the staff members, our staff members, Cry for Help Children's Ministry, who support me and the children also. How we are running the project of farming, our passion fruits, our tomatoes,
Yes.
everything, our goats.
That's the point, you know. And these are two parts to say, okay, you show what you are in a organization pattern, you know, to show what is the structure of your organization and what things you have together. And then we can also start when I bring together the smartphones and hopefully a laptop, and hopefully the money to send it to you. Then we can say, okay, look, this is one part of our supporter circle, and they send us the means, and then we are starting to make those virtual course, those online course with the kids, and we start to finance ourselves by selling our knowledge about this. And this is also education in terms of social media development and practice for the children, to say this is a very important education part, also to speak in English with international customers and clients there. And you can bring all things together in the application for the big organizations to say, look, we are not nothing. We are a little bit more than nothing.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
because I was even teaching these young kids and the widows, poor widows,
Mm-hmm.
so many things. I was teaching them to make bracelets,
Mm-hmm.
earrings of art and craft, baskets, how to make baskets out of banana fibers and other stuffs around us, which can help us to generate um, a daily income to support ourselves. For example, in medical,
Yeah.
buying books when they are to start studying, buying books. We used to 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 make them, but due to this corona crisis and the market here, we don't have a very good market.
Yeah.
And when you think you can get those things expensively,
Yeah.
and when you sell them, the other customers who buy from us, you see that they are cheating us. They are not giving you cannot even get the money you bought those materials to make those things.
Yeah.
You see that you're just making losses, but they know. And if we get a market outside there to sell our things, we can really make a very, very amount, and
That's the point.
that
Yeah.
will be something us. Yes.
This
For
this would be
example,
us.
to generate some rent, but these days it's really a big struggle because the market, we don't have market. Others lost morale because they were selling very cheaply this side. People want to cheat all the time. They don't give you enough money. You bought the materials expensively, and that's the situation we've been going through. But when we get a market there to sell our bracelets, earrings, necklaces of art and craft,
Yeah.
art and craft shoes, yes.
Yeah, this would be nice. And I think, you know, therefore you need the exchange with projects. At the moment, I don't know project that has a running business like this, but I think it is only about asking questions and thinking together what works. To say, yeah, the question is how you have your items and how you bring them cheap enough out of the country into an international market, and to bring it to the people there, to say, okay, there's nothing against making an online shop, to say you can have your own online shop, that the people say, okay, we want to buy this directly by you, and we are cover the shipping costs and something to give it as a donation, maybe to the kids, to say, I want to empower the kids to become entrepreneurs, and
Exactly.
yeah, to say, okay, I take the shipping costs, but of course you need to have a stable connection to bring it out of the country, that nothing is going lost. And I think therefore we need exchange between projects. They're running like this, you know. Yeah,
Yes, that
it,
will help because it was really helpful because it would even keep the kids busy,
of course.
being busy doing those things. They don't move a lot around. It would make them busy. And I used to tell them that this is what you're doing. It may even help you in future because you're creating your own jobs.
Yeah,
Because after here, we are not going to hold you here for the rest of your life. You have another future to live. After here, you will make your things by yourself and start earning a living and get your own family also, have kids, and you will be able to support them.
that's
Yes.
the point. Yes, and you know, that's exactly the point. And I'm thinking, since some minutes, do you know Grameen Bank? Grameen Bank?
No.
Grameen. It is. You can search for it. I'm not sure if this covers also Africa. I know Mohamed Yunus. He got the Nobel Prize because he developed Grameen Bank for India, and it means his idea is that to fight against poverty over the globe. And what he got a Nobel Prize for was that he said, okay, I give very small loans to the people. The majority were women. They wanted to help their families, and he made a bank as an institution that was owned by the people, and that give the people very small loans that they can start to become entrepreneurs, and that they were able to go to the big banks to say, okay, give us the bigger loan because now we want to grow more. And therefore he became the Nobel Prize, I think in 2006, because
Wow.
he helped hundreds of families in India.
Wow.
And
That's
maybe,
wonderful.
yeah, maybe you should also make a research if Grameen Bank also helps in Africa. I think they are globally, and maybe you can also ask there for a loan to show the project and to say the children used to make their own things. They are entrepreneurs here. They are on the market, but at the moment we have problems to bring the items to the market because we have Corona crisis, right? And maybe this also could help you.
Wow, that's a very good idea.
Yeah.
I'll try. I'll try and research on it,
Yeah.
and then we can find a way. Oh, Mukuya Kubai.
Somebody's behind me. I bring you the sound. And now she's in the in the scarf. She's looking for her jacket.
Wow.
It's a little bit like theater,
It's
right?
called, it's called
She's called Pascal.
Pascal. Hi. Hi, baby. We love you.
This is fun.
What about that? Be the video.
Oh yeah. Give me a sec. She told me she's in charge of the grandpa. She needs to
Oh.
have the grandpa because I'm here. In
Oh, wow.
somebody needs to bring the hay under the roof, right, before the rain comes. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yes.
I will bring the link of Grameen Bank under the interview from today. Now we have day 4, and I will implement the link to the Grameen Bank in the Facebook posting, right?
Okay.
That you can find it, that you don't need to research for it.
Okay.
For the link, you of course you need to research if they also help projects in Africa, but you will do this.
Yes.
Somebody's
Yes.
very busy.
I'm saying.
Yes. Yeah.
So
This.
I should just make a good research about it.
Mhm.
Yes, and see, it will help us. It will really help us so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. It is more about bringing the pieces of the puzzle together, right? To have a mixed funding. And normally this is something the big organizations keep care about, that you're not dependent on only one path, that you have a mixed funding and you have so much things together. You only need to show it and describe it, right?
Yes.
So you're very good.
Very well.
Yeah.
Because we really need to be doing that business, and it will help us. It will even help these kids to know that we can work with our hands and earn a living. Not every time we shall be asking for support, not every time, but we can really stand as and we can stand by ourselves and support ourselves and the neighboring peoples around us so that we can support the entire village and other orphans who are like us, and we bring them to the world, and also to be like people who can have self-esteem and who will have futures in the next years to be happy.
That's the point. Yeah, that's the point. And I think it is every time the idea about not making you dependent on fishes. It is more about speaking about fishing, because you're able to support yourself. It is only at the moment not easy to be on the market and to make more of this. And this is something I love by Mohamed Yunus, because he used to be, I think he speaks on an how you call this, when bachelor students have their graduation, right? Yeah, and I think he spoke about such a graduation event, about the importance of education. But he said every human being naturally is an entrepreneur. You don't need to have education to become an entrepreneur, because you are by your nature is to be an entrepreneur. You only need the education to strengthen your skills, and you don't
That's
need to have
true.
certificates to be an entrepreneur. And I love this so much, because this is a very healthy thinking.
Yes, that's very true. Become an entrepreneur doesn't need to have so many books. Yes.
The person behind me.
Yeah.
Wo ist meine Kette?
Ich weiß es nicht, mein Schatz.
Keine Ahnung.
I need the headset away. She can't hear you.
Can't hear?
No, when I have the headset,
she
cannot hear you. Yes. Yes. You see, this is the funny life of the Europeans on the countryside.
So interesting.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure this will become better and better. It is.
Amen.
Yeah, it is about thinking and bringing the pieces together, also to have enough power in time to say it will be nothing that falls from heaven tomorrow. It is, I'm pretty sure it will be something that needs months, years, but it can become better and better and better, right?
Yes, I believe we can become better
Yeah.
and better still. Yes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure we are the one step, because the beginning used to be in the past, right? You had your beginning in the past. This is here a little piece on your path, but maybe it is hopefully it is a very helpful piece to say, okay, we have together here the video content, the people, they can watch it, they can listen to it, they can also think about the next questions to say, okay, we would give you funding if you can answer this question, but everybody by the audience is invited to say, okay, you have all the things to ask the project there, to ask especially you, Charity, what about the project, to say, don't hesitate to ask the critical questions. Please ask the critical questions and give the funding after this, not to stay back in those doubts, right? Yeah, this is the funny part, working mom, right? To be, every time to be in two worlds. Yes, but I'm pretty sure you're used to this every time.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, dear, I think it would be good to finish the interview for today, that we are not too long for the audience, right?
Okay.
Yes, and yeah, I think we brought together the main points about these important questions about the funding by big organizations. What are the reasons not to have it at the moment with you? It's very important to develop this social proof and trust, that the people understand outside there are reasons, there are challenges to become this, and then they can ask their heart if they want to help you with the donation for the first steps or the next steps into the corona crisis, and then we are able to show how we develop here.
So what I want to assure everyone watching us and watching this video, we really do exist, and me to come out to help these kids here, I have that passion. I don't want to see anyone suffering. For example, most especially these poor orphans, I just don't want them to see suffering, because it means a lot if you don't have a father and a mother take care of you. To really, some kids come when they are heartbroken, when they are emotionally tortured, when they are psychologically tortured. And me, I just have that passion of helping them and helping the vulnerable, poor widows around us here. That's why I got the passion of helping, and we really do exist. Their kids are here. We have the orphanage, and still we rent here, and we really need your support, our friends out there. We call upon your support and your prayers. A prayer can work, even if you don't have what to donate, but a prayer, even a prayer can work. So we welcome you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Yes, that's all I can say.
Thank you. So yes, and thank you. It's a very nice conclusion. We will see. I hope we have a stable internet connection tomorrow. Then we can see tomorrow on Sunday. And if not, you will send us your videos there, and we can bring it on Sunday to the audience. And then we are going forward on Monday.
Oh.
Say
Okay.
Yeah, it's very nice.
Okay.
Okay, darlings, have a nice Saturday with you here. Okay. I'm going to help with the rest of the day. Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Greetings to Dad and baby.
I do so.
Okay, we love them so much.
Yeah, bye for now.